Hi everyone, it's Laurie Wrighter here. Today's mantras are somewhat timely, but the truth is that they're always somewhat timely. The purple mantras are from the self-awareness category, the self-awareness competency of the 5 social emotional competencies. So I'm doing these ones together because they are obviously very similar. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be sad. Very important things to teach our children and even sometimes to remember ourselves. And what I find interesting is this morning these were on my table because I was getting ready to do this, and my 8-year-old read it and said, "It's okay to be mad." "No, it's not, Mom." So I realized there's a lot of work to be done even in my own household, which is the case for everybody, right? It's just practice, 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 and keeping it there in your mind because it isn't always there in your mind. So as parents, we need to help our children realize that it is okay to have any feeling that they're feeling. All feelings are legitimate, valid, and really helpful. And the best way to express them, of course, always is to talk about it if there's somebody good to talk to. And if not, there are lots of other ways to deal with our feelings. So that's what we need to teach our students and our children. So it's okay to be mad. It's not okay to hurt, right? That's something I always used to say in my kindergarten class. And I'm sure a lot of teachers say something very similar. It's okay to be mad, and it's how you deal with it that's what's important. So ideas for how you can deal with that feeling, of course, writing, drawing, talking, doing something physical, going for a walk, getting some exercise, going out in the sunshine is, of course, a wonderful way to help calm yourself. Just because you're having those thoughts doesn't mean they need to lead to action, but you have to stop that. You have to be mindful of your thoughts, and you have to stop the action from happening. So on the back, I talk about explaining the anger and not expressing it, which again means talking and not acting. And immediately you will find the door to solutions instead of arguments. Because as soon as you speak out in anger, the other person, the other people that you're talking to, their defenses automatically go up. So it just talks about examples of how both look. What does it look like when you're talking or explaining? And what does it look like when you're expressing? What does the solution mean? What would it mean? What might happen if you ended up with an argument? That kind of thing. With the "it's okay to be sad," this was a funny one that I read. Don't forget that you're human and it's okay to feel down. Just don't unpack and live there. Sadness is normal. Don't think that because your teen or your child is sad that they have depression or that something's wrong with them. I'm not saying that's not a possibility. I'm just saying it's not an automatic because they are sad. Everybody experiences sadness. It's normal. So you want your children to be able to talk about it. You want them to be able to express it on their face. You want them to know how to deal with it. So if it's snuggling under a blankie for a couple of hours, if it's locking themselves in their room and listening to music and drawing, it's totally fine. But what's really good is if you as a parent or a teacher are able to say, "It's okay, but let's talk about when you feel like that, what are some good options for how you can handle that emotion." So also on the back of the card, I talk about what kind of things make you feel better, which is what we just talked about. Snuggling and cuddly blankets always make us feel better. So the mantras, again, are from the self-awareness. And self-awareness talks about labeling our feelings, acknowledging our feelings, the difference between feelings and thoughts and actions, self-efficacy, which is children learning to deal with their own problems, optimism. So even though you're sad sometimes, if you're not sad sometimes, you don't realize how good it is to feel happy, right? And if you're not mad sometimes, you don't realize how good it is to be not mad. And I know even for myself personally, I have issues expressing it when I'm angry. So my classic phrase is, "I'm not angry. I'm not angry, I'm fine." But we don't want the kids to grow up suppressing that. We want them to be able to say, "I am angry. I have a right to be angry, and you're just going to have to let me deal with that in my own way." So as teachers, these are great journal topics, story starters, conversation topics. And again, when you're doing the mantra, if you're one-on-one with a student and you feel like the student is really sad or really mad, do the deep breathing with them. So a deep breath in, and it's okay to be mad. And do it 3 or 4 times, and honestly, that might be enough to help that student feel better. Just that connection with you as a teacher or with you as a parent, and the acknowledgement that it's okay. All of our feelings are okay. So that's it for today, and I hope that's helpful. Remember, it's okay. It's all okay. Bye.